Greetings, YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about the Eaton Clipray, but in the process I'm going to talk about a number of other small self-powered flashlights. Now, many years ago, when the Discovery stores were going out of business, I picked this particular flashlight up cheap. See, it says Discovery Channel right there. And it wasn't all that expensive, and at the time there weren't many on the market. And you lift it up, and you get the idea. Problem is, it's large, it's fairly bulky, and it does not hold a charge in the least. It's horrible, it really is. And when it finally goes dead, it takes forever to get it charged back up again. So I was kind of disappointed in it, but I didn't pay much for it, so now I just kind of chalked it up to, live and learn. Also, the handle doesn't really stay in place. And then I began to carry an EDC bag, and in it I carried a tactical flashlight as a backup. But the problem is that with a standard tactical flashlight, it uses batteries, and it sat in my bag for months on end, and frequently it wouldn't work if I needed it. So I decided if I'm going to carry a flashlight in there, it's going to be something I can use as an emergency. I should have something which is self-charging. So I picked up this Duracell because it's small, got a nice round curves to it. It's a little thicker than I really wanted, but it's self-powered and relatively bright. Gives a decent overall, emergency flashlight, and it's self-powered. And the actually it's pretty decent. It's not a lot of wear and tear on your wrist or anything, and it stays in place. Also nice, but it isn't weatherproof, and it also didn't have one other feature which I kind of wanted, which was I kind of wanted the ability to, in case I really needed it, I could charge up my cell phone. So that's where this comes in. This is the Eton, and can you see that? Clipray, and it also says, EatonCorp.com on here. And it's called the Clipray because it's got a belt clip, so you can hold it like this. You can clip it onto your pack or your bag or something like that, so you don't lose it, which is a nice feature. Though it's a little big to be clipping on the outside of something. I think I carry it in a bag, of course, but I think it might be a little bulky to carry on the outside. Now it's got this little graphic here which describes it. Apparently, it shows you this is a flashlight, though it kind of looks like a flashlight. And if you hit the little button, it is a flashlight. Very simple. On-off feature. But here's the selling point. It says charger. Pull that out of the way, and guess what? It's a charger. And you have a standard 3.5 millimeter? I'm not positive what size that. But plug in there, and a USB charge there. So you can just plug it in and go. It actually may just be a USB. I'm not sure if that hole, I may have broken this. Don't feel bad, it's just a piece of rubber. But it covers up the port, and that's all I really care about, because it sits in my bag when I'm not using it. And the thing I like about this is that it has a nice retention. See, very positive. Clip does not go. It also tells you when it's charging. And it's quite comfortable. Has a nice resistance. You're actually getting some effort out of it. You actually know you're turning that dynamo and you're getting somewhere. And I believe for the flashlight, it's 1 minute of charging will get you 10 minutes of light. So that's kind of cool. I don't know what the ratio of charging to cranking will be for your cell phone. And in an effort to use this thing, I got myself a USB cable with 2 USB micro ports there, because that's the kind of ports that both power outlets that both my wife and my phone use. So I can just pop this into my bag, and when I need it, I take it out and I crank it and I go. And of course, this will also work on my car charger. I have a car charger that has a USB port, so I can just plug that in, or I could take it with me and I can plug it into any laptop or somebody's PC, and I'm all set to charge up my cell phone, even though I'm not going to have my dedicated charger with me. I keep the dedicated charger here at the house. So I'm quite happy with this purchase. It comes in kind of odd because I'm using a red bench, so it kind of blends in. But I know it's a nice red color. Eaton makes good stuff. I really happen to be fond of the Eaton technology overall. It's a little bit larger than I personally would have wanted. I think this is a little bit on the gimmicky side. I would have been happier if this were not here. And I mean, I could modify this so that it's not there. I have not taken that step yet. I may take that step at some point. Because, just take this off, cut that off, file it down, and you've got instantly, I no longer have an object that quite so big. Because I don't want to cut that off because it may affect the case being held together. This is just molded, so I can take that off without any problem. But overall, I like the design. I'm happy with the product. It produces a decent light, especially for an emergency situation. I know I'm going to have power when I need it because I can provide the energy, which is nice. And it's a real example of the evolution that we've seen here. I mean, this thing is as big, way thicker, holds a crappy charge, and doesn't charge a cell phone. This is smaller, lighter, nice ergonomics and everything, but it also doesn't charge a cell phone, but it is a nice little flashlight, and this is the kind of thing you could give to a kid. Kids would love this kind of thing, and you don't have to worry about batteries, which is nice. But this one is an actual useful tool. I like it. I'm happy I own it in my kit, and I carry it every day to work and wherever else I go with my EDC bag.